captain speaking. We'd like to thank you for taking the opportunity for flying with us. On this flight, we will be traveling the world, exposing a hidden darkness that is the human sex trade. We'll be stopping at every continent, and finally arrive back here, and our lovely flight attendant will give you further instructions.
Let's go. Pack your bags, cause we going for a ride. Most of what you'll see in it when I be nice. Many people being sold for a price and enslaved to the dogs some I've never seen live. Most of us ignorant to this thing, and even if we know we ignorant to the pain. Can't imagine what they doing to these girls. Stay strapped to your seats as we take you around the world. The trade in Africa is growing like a pup. Pimps pimpin' hard since the World Cup. They pose as Christ and they're praying on the pole, lying to them, saying that they'll give them plenty more. They take the girls and they stick them in cages, from young even old, yes they use all ages. Beaten and raped, never told what's next. A life of slavery, being sold for sex. Here in Russia, trade profits are booming. Many dreams are crushed since the fall of the Union. They come as leaders, say they're entrepreneurs. Say I got a job for you, this is what you'll be doing. All aboard, yeah, they ship them in trains, and they're sold in Japan and even Ukraine. Strip up identity, this is insane, and sex is all they know since they entered the train. Latin America, esto is local. Children being sold, destination is local. Taken from schools and their bibliotecas, sent to the States, Spain, and Venezuela. Forced labor, forced child pornography, forced to work in their train for sodomy. They rent their daughters for a couple of pesos. Their daughters feel they need to keep the food on the table. Welcome to the home of the brave and the land of the free. Only some are enslaved. Thousands, these are troubling times. And thanks to Craigslist, you can buy them online. It's crazy. They look for girls and they're very discreet. Make them fall in love, send them out to the streets. And to the strip clubs, working for masters. If they do something wrong, they'll be a natural disaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. At this time, we would ask that you all remain seated as we prepare for our next destination. We believe that it is important that this darkness, that is, human trafficking, be exposed, that we may take action and bring freedom to the captives through Christ Jesus. On to our next destination.
Asia is like they lie with the permit. The disease would be cured if you sleep with the virgin. These girls are young tourists picking and choosing. She would skip for the day, another day she'll be losing. Some parents sell them, make them bring home the bread. Others love them, but the tricks say I'll give them a bid. Forced labor children working for hours. We go buying what they made for a couple of dollars. Hey mate, this will make you wonder. The world's biggest brothels in the land down under. Held in Sydney, there it's legal. If we legalize it, it will bring more peace to the people. Girls are everywhere, this isn't hearsay. You'll see them advertising as you step from the airplane. Girls are snatched and they're stripped of their dreams, and all they really hear is, hey, did you get me the green? Bonjour, buenos dias, guten Tag. The trade covers Europe, you would think it was smog. The red lights, man, I wish they would stop. People window shop in this particular spot. Kidnapping girls, beat them, rape them, and tame them. They're crying out, hoping that somebody would save them. Losing hope, who could possibly free them? Who will be the one who will take them out of this kingdom?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. This concludes our flight across the world. We hope that your experience was one in which you will never forget. As you make your way out, our flight attendant will give you further information pertaining to what you've just heard. God bless.
Life is the first great gift, followed closely by freedom. Human traffickers do their best to mock both the gifts and the giver. Not long ago, though now it seems like a lifetime, I first heard stories about people, some children as young as 5, being lured from their homes with the promise of hope and a future. Instead, they found themselves enslaved in brothels, daily falling victim to the lust and corruption of others. With each new horror I heard, my heart hit the ground. You'd think brothel walls and the intervening distance would silence the terrified cries of these hidden sons and daughters, but I could hear them. And amidst the cries, the words of pastor, Nazi resistor, and martyr Dietrich Bonhoeffer sang in my ears. Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. Truly, my heart in speaking to you is not only to educate you about a global atrocity, but to cause you to realize the divine power and influence you have been given as a child of God. As followers of Christ, we walk this earth as his hands and feet to share his message of hope, restoration, and love. We make evil tremble. If there is one thing I desire to impart to you, is that you are needed. We live in a culture that claims possession, wealth, and the American dream define success. However, you are fashioned for a greater calling, significance. We serve a God whose heart breaks for each son and every daughter robbed of purpose, purity, and freedom. Our love for God and our love for each other should propel us to action. United, we can overtake places where darkness now thrives. A former victim of trafficking once stated, "I need the strong voices of my brothers and the sweet singing of my sisters to raise loud the truth of our Father's words, to remind me what a girl is worth." It is time we begin to shout it out. I pray for your hearts to burn like mine, letting your indignation pave the way for a mighty response. Small efforts taken together can avail much. Ask yourself, do you as a child of God desire to see the captives of this world set free more than evil wants to bind them in darkness? Please join us in the fight for those who are unable to fight for themselves. Honor your gifts of life and freedom by helping others reclaim theirs. Now is our time to act, to rise, to speak, and do.